All right, we're here with Director of Scouting of the Chicago Steel, Bobby Goepfert. Bobby, thanks for taking some time to speak with us on the back end of camp here. What have been some of your main takeaways? What's been a great camp, a lot of talent out there on the ice?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome, and a lot of the feedback I'm getting from families and players is what a first class job that we have here, where it's almost like a hybrid tryout camp and development camp, where the amount of coaching and you know how involved our coaching staff is in helping these players, whether it's our practice or video sessions. And then the games and the talent that's out there. Talking with some scouts, like it's highly competitive, highly skilled, like super creative, and the guys are really showcasing their skill sets.
You just finished your first season as the Director of Scouting with the team. How would you summarize your first year here? And it was a great season, obviously, this past year. It came up just a bit short, but regardless, still a lot to be proud of after that first season.
Yeah, and I think, again, being familiar, this is my first year with Chicago, but just the tradition and the expectation of the Steel is a little bit different than most places. So yeah, it was a little bit of a strange year from Steel standards, but for me, coming on and kind of seeing the progression of the team as it went and seeing the development of the kids that were here just speaks to the fact of the philosophy of development that we pride ourselves on here.
You have two of the top prospects, according to Nutrizone, who worked in association with the USHL before the Phase 1 draft this year, Adam Valentini, Callum Croskery. How would you evaluate their game and what they can bring to the table to take the Steel to the next level next season?
Yeah, we're super excited for both guys. Watching them both all year, they were really high on our list. We spent a lot of time with the families and both players. And Cal is your prototypical D that you want to build around. He's got so many layers to his game. He can add offense. He defends defensively. Really good skater. There's so much upside with him. And right now, for where he's at, it's super exciting to have him in the fold. With Adam, I saw my first week on the job in Buffalo, and he was my favorite player. I think I called Garms right away, said we got to dig in a little bit on him, and he's so well-rounded in his game. He's not just a scorer. He's highly competitive. He plays with passion. He makes plays. He's creative. He's all those things. So that's where he's not just a skilled point guy. He can help you up and down the lineup. And again, just talking with him, there's an intensity and there's a desire to be the player that he wants to be, which is super important when you're getting high caliber players. Both Cal and him, where they want to be is just as important as where they are.
You mentioned a little bit about the aspects that you look for in players with Croskery and Valentini, but for you, when you go into the draft, what sorts of things lead up to the prospecting? And for you, obviously, as a scout, there's a lot going on the back end for you, but what goes into making sure that you guys have a successful draft?
Yeah, it's nice with understanding how things work around here, and when I was in the league previously, there's a certain type of player that is successful here, and I saw it on the road when I was elsewhere, and now being here, there's a certain look of a player where it's really brainy, a ton of hockey sense and vision, creativity, and again, that passion to win and passion to become a better player is something that it jumps out at you when you see it. We call him Men of Steel. Hey, he's a man of steel. So the scouting portion was a ton of fun. It was awesome. We have such a collaborative group of scouts all around the country and even in Canada. The collaborative nature between Garms and I. It's such a really unique environment where we look for a specific type of player because they're successful here, and then it's the ability of our scouts and our staff to identify them to make sure that they're the right people and right families for it too.
Based on what you've seen so far here at a Tryout development camp and the knowledge of the players that you'll be bringing back ahead of this upcoming season, what are you most excited about, and what do you think the Steel will bring to the table that'll set them apart and create another playoff season next year?
It's awesome to have a bunch of returners. Anytime you have experience in the league, it's always a plus, and there's a lot of high-end guys that are going to take a next step into their second year. And then our drafts are really exciting, where it's the Phase 2 having a bunch of the program guys join us that have experience in the league. Our Phase 1 guys that we drafted fit the mold and style that we play. So I predict a really Steel style of season where it's highly creative, a ton of offense, ton of development still, because again, I think we're probably going to be one of the younger teams in the league. But again, the group we're really excited about.
Awesome, Bobby. Thanks for your time. Great job with this camp, and we're looking forward to putting it all together next year.
Thanks, Cal.